Hello and welcome from across the multiverse. Today I am going to look at the May 1971 issue of Action Comics, which celebrated its 400th birthday, 400 issues. And to celebrate that landmark event, the story was called My Son, Is He Man or Beast? Following the death of Jan Nagy, and apology if my pronunciation is wrong, Superman is made guardian to Jan's son, Gregor. It turns out that previously, in helping Gregor to survive radioactive steam, Superman wasn't quick enough and Gregor was exposed to that steam. Now, this steam allows Gregor to wish himself into anything, whether it be an animal or a phantom. And Gregor sees himself as a freak, and he ends up hating and resenting Superman for making him into a freak. Having become his guardian and being made aware of this, Superman tries to teach Gregor how to use these powers for good. For such a landmark issue 400, this story doesn't immediately feel epic. But it is. Gregor, with his powers, sees himself as a freak, yet others with similar freakish powers have gone on and made themselves into superheroes. The roll call includes The Flash, Blue Beetle, Metamorpho, to name a few. And over in the world of Marvel, there's Spider-Man, The Thing, the Fantastic Four team, etc. Now, in 14 pages, we get a story that goes into a person's soul. If you had these strange abilities, would you become a superhero helping others, or become resentful by seeing yourself as a freak? Now, Superman tries to teach Gregor the righteous way, but Gregor harbours that resentment. Or does he? Again, another way of looking at it is, in the story, Gregor acknowledges that Superman is trying to make amends. So could the anger be a byproduct of the radioactive steam? This is a well-told story. And what I love about it, it's that it's one of those stories that on the surface, just a kid's story, 14 pages, wham bang, gone. But if you start digging into it and start looking at the panels and start looking at the motivation of all the people concerned, which are mainly Superman and of course Gregor, a more deeper story emerges. One about what is it that makes a person, what motivates that person, what surfaces. And that, I find, is a really, truly great story. And those are my views. And if you've read the book, I'd be grateful to hear what you think. Is it just an adventure story? Or have you gone deeper? Or am I going a bit too deep into it? Deeper than it needs be? Grateful to hear your thoughts on it. It is May 1971, but it is available in various places. The most recent is that it's been republished in the Kryptonite Nevermore collection under the DC Finest series. So until next time, may your news be good news and happy times and places. Farewell.